Welcome crafters, andyisyoda and welcome back to the village transformation series. We've done just about every build in the village, but something hotly requested by you guys was walls. We did the walls, but of course if you build a wall, you've got to build a way of getting through the wall. Can I welcome to this video someone to help me with a way through a wall? It's Welsknight Gaming!
Hey guys, Welsknight here. How's it going, Andy?
It's going really good. Now, you joined me for this video. We built this a little while ago, and we're going to see exactly what we did. Now, the way through a wall, obviously, is a gatehouse.
Is it? I thought you dug under it or go over it.
Well, you know, we don't need to speak about that, okay? Here's my wall building system, slapping these walls down as little voxel stencils, and now you had an idea. That's where the gate's going to be in red, and then you went for, I think, 8x8 towers, is that right?
Yeah, I figured the best gatehouse, at least kind of in this medieval style, is to probably have a tower on either side and then the gate in between. Because the idea being, you know, if you come up to the wall and you're looking for entrance into the city, somebody's got to be there to see you and kind of approve you for entry.
Now, if you haven't heard of Welsknight Gaming before, do check out his channel. Links down below. He is a Minecraft expert. You also play some indie games, but you do a lot of survival as well, don't you?
I do. A lot of survival. I mean, expert is definitely stretching it, but I get by.
I put you in the expert category, that's for sure. Now, you had an idea of putting a little roof here in between the towers, I think.
Yeah, that idea kind of came from just looking around the wall design that you had throughout the rest of the village. I figured it kind of fit within the theme, and it was just a really simple solution.
Absolutely. So we're just putting on a little bit of detail, a few side walls here, getting a little curious chicken here watching us, I think. We were struggling with some of the dimensions here. 8x8 walls for the towers is an even number, and that can give us a bit of a headache later on. Generally, you want to head for odd numbers when you're building, or don't mix them up, right? Stick to even or stick to odd. Is that where it's kind of your advice?
Stick to one or the other for sure. But I do generally find, at least in a medieval style, odd numbers a lot easier to work with overall.
Yeah, definitely. So we've indented 2 stripes into the wall, and then you're experimenting with some extra detail here. But we don't want to put too much detail in. We were kind of detail experts when we build.
Yeah.
Not experts, but we go over the top sometimes, I think.
Yeah, I certainly do, at least. I sometimes over-detail my structure. It's a nasty habit I have. But that's kind of not in keeping with the whole idea of this village build, so we wanted to kind of keep it simple.
Absolutely. This village build is kind of Mojangy, is what I call it. I want to make it as if the villagers had built it themselves, and not some expert, rustic, medieval builder who's come along and just built something a bit unrealistic. So this is kind of in the doable bracket, I would have thought.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, you can break this down and it's basically just boxes and replacing a couple of blocks within those boxes. There's not all sorts of crazy stuff going on here, no sorts of really complicated resources or anything like that. Like, you guys could easily do this. Oh,
I like the detail you put above the gateway there. You put just some simple stone brick stairs, and it just creates those little 5 indentations. And now you're working on the roof as well, which I thought looked really cool.
Yeah, very simple roof, just oak stairs until they come to a point. But then it's important to note that the edges of that kind of stick out an extra block to create just a little bit of depth and make sure that the roof covers the whole thing.
I didn't even notice that when you were building that. You did stick that out. So we've copied and pasted and skipped on a couple of minutes. We've got now both roofs, and it's just a question of working on the gate. Now, we had a little bit of trouble with this gate. Chiseled stone bricks there, and some, is it andesite, polished andesite there, just to surround the gate. And then,
andyisyoda side, I think you call it.
Andyisyoda side, could be that.
But yeah, this gate was a struggle. We tried so many different things before we finally settled on something we like. We tried spruce. We tried spruce with like a portcullis. We tried oak logs. We tried all sorts of different shapes and things, and we just couldn't settle on something.
We went for I think that was your idea for a giant door, but that was where the odd number really affected us, because we can't. What do we have? Like a 3-wide door and a 2-wide door?
Yeah.
Maybe gateways should be even. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a wee lesson for us, actually.
Maybe so. But then we ended up going with the portcullis, and I think that worked out really well.
Yeah, I think so. What are you doing on your channel just now?
Right now, I've got a whole bunch of vanilla survival series. I've got a bunch of modded survival series, all sorts of survival series.
It's so cool. Your muddy survival is just amazing. Some of those blocks that you get to build with, you get special tools as well, chisels or something, and
Yeah, all sorts of stuff. I mean, you can even get there's a mod called Chisels and Bits that you want to talk about like incredible detail. You can actually create your own custom blocks with it
that's amazing.
and build them 1 pixel at a time.
Oh
it's
my
crazy.
word, are you serious? I didn't know that. Guys, if you want to find out about that modded survival series, and do check it out, links to Welsknight Gaming's channel in the description. And we've also filmed your edit of this as well, and voiced it over for your channel, which was really cool.
Indeed, it was a lot of fun.
Your skills were good. Your replay
well,
mod skills were very good. Anyway, just going to finish off with a little fly through the village here and through the gate. And I tell you what, it's been great working with you, Welsknight, and thank you so much for helping with this village.
Hey, thanks for having me. It was a blast, man. We got to do this more often.
Okay, so Welsknight had to leave us right there, and it's down to just you and me to get this village into shape. Now, as you can see from all the comments in the video, you have been asking for docks. And I thought the docks are so far down from the village, we need to build a way of getting goods up from the ships, up into the village. So that's what we're going to do in this episode. We're going to build some sort of crane. We're going to convert one of those little dirt floored houses into a crane. So you can see what I did to start with was build a little platform for it out of stone bricks. And then I rotated the house. I just rebuilt it, or copied and pasted and rotated it round. If you were doing this, you could just rebuild the house as a basis of building a crane. I've added a wall, just exactly the same kind of wall, and deleted the inside. So that just makes the house, instead of being 4 bricks wide, it makes it 5 bricks wide. And that means I can put a crane right on top of it, and it's kind of even. You can see now the door is in the middle, and the little hut is pretty much the same as it was, but just expanded. Now I'm going to use some half slabs of wood here, just to create a little bit of a platform. So once that is done, with some stairs around the outside to make a kind of a lip, we can put the crane, and the crane is going to have kind of ropes going down to the docks. And in the next episode, I think I'm going to have to make the docks, but I want you guys to help me out here, because I don't know, you know, the docks are not easy. I've been kind of putting some ideas together, but I'm not finding it easy. What do you think the docks should look like? What do you think should be in the docks, around the docks? Do you want some boats? What should be there? I need help and I need ideas. Now, I'm making a little support here for the crane. So what I'm going to do is just kind of pause this speeded up version of the video and go over to show you how these supports are made. So these are pretty easy to build, these little supports. Just a stair there on the outside of your slabbed floor, and then a couple of these blocks everywhere in a line of 3. Some stairs at the end. And then here, and then we're going to go here, and then upside down there. And I think that's really, really important. That upside down stair there, absolutely desperately important. If you don't have that, it just looks so ordinary. Sorry, I meant to do this as well. Yeah, so let's leave it off like that. Oops, that goes there. That goes there, and that goes there. And you just build that up as high as you want. But without that little indentation, it just looks so bad. So, upside down stair right there, and it just looks 10 times better. Just that little bit of depth. Excellent. Okay, that's how to do them. Okay, so the supports are going to hold up the crane, and it's actually a bit of an A-frame. And so once you've done those bits there, it's pretty easy just to extend these bits up. Pretty ordinary, just a diagonal, but this A-frame, that little horizontal beam, really makes it stronger. And A-frames would have been used in medieval times. I'm not saying this is a medieval village, but A-frames are extremely strong. Same kind of supports here for the back of the crane, just holding down basically what is a giant log. That's what it's meant to be. The crane is a large log sticking out over the docks, over which you could extend a rope. So the rope, in your imagination, it is Minecraft, would have to come down. I'm just seeing those pigs jumping up the stairs. I'm free, says the pig. Yeah, the A-frame holds the big log down at the back, and it holds it up at the front, and it just extends over, and the rope can go down. So that's what I'm doing just now. What I also have to do is create a wheel at the back, and this is my idea. Having a wheel, which is like a giant hamster wheel, which you could put donkeys or villagers in it, and they could just walk around, and yeah, they could turn the wheel, and that moves the crane up and down. Kind of human power or donkey power or something. A couple of supports at the base here, and just a little bit of detail in the wall. I made the wall very plain. You could add a lot more detail in it, I think, as well. I'll probably do that off camera. By the way, you can visit the village now on my server, play.usetheblocks.net. The link to that is in the description. That's the IP, and it's Warp Village. Warp Village, you can come and see it for yourself. You probably see some of the docks that I'm building ahead of the next episode, so you could get a sneak preview if you wish. Alrighty, so there is some logs being lifted up by the crane. I'm just using gates to represent the rope, and birch fences to represent the rope as well. So it's got to come down to this kind of hamster wheel effort. And again, I'm going to pause the video in a minute and show you exactly how I build this big wheel. But first of all, I want it to be kind of supported. The donkey was pushing the pig back into the farm there. That is crazy. So yet another little tiny support made out of these spruce stairs, pretty much exactly the same as the one I just made. I think I'm making that one a little bit too low down and too small, so probably going to adjust it later on, but this is the principle. I dug down into the ground where the little donkey is, and boy, he gets in the way throughout the entire video. I think I have a fight with him later on, but yeah. So this horizontal log is kind of the spindle in the middle of the hamster wheel, and it's going to be quite a large round wheel which you could actually wind up the rope with. So I'm using some, I think it's dark oak fences here, just to make kind of a 3x3, 3 on top, 3 to the side, 3 below template for the wheel. But anyway, let me cut the video here and show you exactly how this wheel is formed. So to make this big hamster wheel, we're going to need to come off the ground by 2 blocks like that above your half slabs, and then put your spindle, the thing that's going to turn just like so, and then around it you're going to pick some fence blocks and do this like 3 like that, 3 underneath as well, 1 2 3, build up the sides, and then we're going to go for 1 2 3 again on top, sorry, at the side, 3 on top, and then 1 2 3 just like that, and then 3 underneath, 1 2 3. Now of course the wheel needs to turn, so you're going to need quite a bit of space underneath. Maybe not quite that much, Andy, but yeah, dig down a couple of blocks, well, remove your slabs and then dig down just like that, and that should give enough space for this wheel to turn in your imagination, of course, this being Minecraft and everything. Okay, the next thing you want is going to be some solid wooden planks like that, and then put them 1 2 3 1 2 3 all the way around on the sides, top and the bottom like this, and there we go. Of course you could have water going through there as well. If you didn't want to have the hamster part of the wheel, you could just have water powering your wheel. I think that would look just as good. Okay, here we want to build up the corners just like so. Simple as 1 2, whoa, of course it starts going all wrong with your keys. There's no way back. And then upside down here like that, it just makes it rounded all the way around. And then one here as well. Just gotta be careful, you place everything exactly in the right place. There we go. Cool, so that's the round part of the wheel, and yeah, that could be turned by water going through here maybe, but I'm going to make this kind of a hamster wheel. So to do that, I'm going to keep the corners exactly the same as we had, just like that. I need to go down here to get that one. So yeah, the corners are exactly the same. Am I trapped? Trapped like a hamster. One of those hamster balls. Who's got one of those hamster balls for their hamsters? I used to have a hamster when I was growing up, and it used to clatter about in its hamster ball. Right, cool. That's looking okay. And then, yeah, the corners are exactly the same. So just keep on putting them in like that. Now, the hamstery bit, the clever bit, is we don't have half slabs, but if you do that, it makes like little things you could walk up, right? I think this is cool. It's a good way of finishing off a circle because it's like the boards that you could walk against, or the donkey could walk against. Whoever's doing the heavy lifting of turning this wheel has now got some steps all the way around. And so at the bottom, you've got to do it just like that as well. And of course, if you're going even further to make a kind of a bigger wheel like that, you could just keep on going another level out as well and just dig it out as much as you need, as much space as you want. If you wanted your wheel to be kind of that sort of size with 2 blocks on, I think that's what I did in the village, then you could do that all the way around. But there we go, that's how to do one of those wheels. So that is the hamster wheel in place. I think it looks cool. And just finishing off the last couple of details there with the birch gates. And it could have been powered by water, but I didn't think that would have enough power for winching up goods. Guys, if you are a brand new subscriber to my channel, let me know in the comments below and I will comment on top of your comment. Eventually, I will get to you, I promise. And I tell you what, also hit that bell, switch on notifications, and then you will always know when I upload one of these village series videos. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, I still need your ideas for the village, so get involved in the comments, and I will see you next time. Ciao, ciao, may the blocks be with you.